Performance Academy. On today's video, I'm just going to take you through some warm-up tutorial when you are in the gym and you are about to deadlift. Now this could be a conventional deadlift, which is your barbell. Remember, your conventional deadlift will obviously be here in the front, and you're lifting that barbell, you're driving through with the hips. Or a hex bar deadlift, which is a very similar exercise, a little bit more of a squatty pattern, and you're doing a deadlift with a hex bar. So you have two types of deadlift you're doing. So today for this video we're just going to work on a conventional deadlift with a barbell. So I'm going to take you through some key exercises that we do here at Peak Performance Academy to warm up for a deadlift. So remember, a deadlift is picking basically something off the ground. It's a hip hinge, so it's not a squat pattern. We're working on conventional deadlift, so it's a hip hinge, hinging that hip, keeping that upper back tight, and you're primarily using your hamstrings, your glutes. Your upper back is a huge amount to play with it as well, and obviously there's the breathing and bracing part of it. So we have to think, all of us, when we're trying to do a warm-up for an exercise, we look at the muscle groups that are involved. So we got hamstrings, we've got glutes, and we've got lower back and upper back. So let's look at warming them up. And I'm just going to take you through 3 exercises that we do here that would just get everything firing for that. So on our last video we did the series on warming up for, say, a squat pattern, so we're going to do exactly the same, and you've seen this already, guys, so I'm just going to take you through this quickly. So band, pop around the ankles. First one we're going to do is our lateral slides, hip width apart again, slight bend in the knees, step, step, keep that neutral position, 10 left, 10 right. Nice and easy, okay? So next one we're going to go on to is our monster walks, and then we're going to go into that 45-degree step, 45-degree step, 45-degree step, neutral position each time. So that's our 2, and then we're going to pop down into bridge position. Now remember, when we're doing the lateral slides and the monster walks, we're firing glutes here. Huge, huge driver in your deadlift. So we pop down, we go back into this position here, pop the band back up to the knees, just below your kneecaps, just here, hip width apart with your feet, and you're driving up, bridging up nice and tight, squeeze the glutes as hard as you can, and back down. We're going for about 10 reps of each of the exercises. So your lateral slides, your monster walks, and your bridges, about 10 of each is fine. So that's your first set. That's the first set we would do just to kick off the glutes. The next one I really like to do personally is this one. So we're going to use a green band this time, a lot stronger. And now we're just going to get that hip hinge position, and we're going to fire these hamstrings off and just get a bit of mobility through our lower hip and our lumbar spine. So you're going to pop the band just at the top of your back here. So it's just going to pop here, you'll see it on my back. You're going to stand into the band. So you're going to pop in just like this. One foot goes in, the other foot goes in. Same position as we just had for our lateral slides. I'm going to bring my hands up, so you'll see now I'm bringing my hands up to the sides just to hold the band in place. And literally what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to mimic what I'm going to be doing in the deadlift position. So I'm going to fire off these hamstrings. So I'm going to hinge my hip, going to feel the hamstrings in that position, keeping that upright, chest upright, and driving through the hips. 1, driving through the hips. Hinge back, chest up, driving through the hips, and I'm squeezing the glutes to the top. Okay, I'm not hyperextending my back. I'm finishing the lift with my hips and glutes. So I'm driving through, glutes switched on. Sitting back, keeping that upright chest, nice natural curve in the lumbar spine, and then I'm feeling my hamstrings there and I'm driving through. Again, I would go for a little bit higher rep than this one. So that's a banded good morning, and I would aim for about 20 reps of that just to fire off the hamstrings. The glutes are already switched on as well from doing our lateral slides and our monster walks. So this one is really, really going to light up the hamstrings, which is really, really good. It's also going to get a bit of mobility into that lower back. And the last one that I like to do, so again we use a band. This time you can use literally anything you want, but for this instance we just use a band. And all we're going to literally do is we're going to do band pullaways. So you get maybe a red band this time, and you're just going to pull the band apart, pull the band apart, pull the band apart, pull the band apart. I like to start off with a short band first. Really, really short, just firing that upper back, pull the band apart, and your rear delts are going to fire in this, pull apart, pull apart, pull apart. So about 10 reps. Then all you'll do is you'll move to a slightly bigger band, so a longer band, and you're just going to do band pull-aways as well. So just warming up that upper back, rear delts, so you get a bit of mobility into it. So when we look at our deadlift, key things to think of on any exercise you're doing for a warm-up, if you're thinking how to warm up for it, look at the muscles involved. So remember, our deadlift is primarily hamstring, we got glutes there, upper back has to be really, really tight in our position when we go to pull off the floor. And then you're also going to look at the lower lumbar, obviously, just to get a bit of mobility in there and just get a little bit of blood flow in there. Now, you could pop on a foam roller as well and do a small bit of mobility work on the foam roller on your lower back, just dropping your knees left to right, having the roller here in your lower back, which you would have seen from our foam rolling series. That would be another one you could just jump on as well. It's just to increase a little bit of blood flow through your posterior chain, which is your backside, okay? So, always look at the muscles involved, and then from there, you're trying to get some blood flow, get some movement in them areas before you ever touch a bar. I'm a big believer as well, when you warm up, you need to be warming up on what you're actually doing. So that's why I find the banded good mornings with the bigger band is really, really good, and that hinge position is excellent for warming up. So just to recap, guys, start off with your mini band, your lateral slides, 10 left, 10 right, your monster walks, 10 forward, 10 back, your bridges on the floor, go for about 10 reps. Remember, you're squeezing in glutes when you're driving your bridge. Then you go on to your banded good mornings. You see how I put it on the upper back first, grab the band, step in, you have your nice position, you're hinging back, keeping that chest upright, keeping a nice natural curve in the lumbar, and sitting back until you feel the hamstrings, and finish with the glutes. Okay, switch them on when you're coming through with your hips. From there, you might go into a little bit of your band pull-aways. Remember the short band, just firing that upper back, and then a little bit of a longer band so you can open up a little bit more, just to get a bit of blood flow into that upper back as well before you start to do your deadlift. But the most important thing after you do your warm-up series is just get on the bar straight away. Light load, get a good few reps in the bag. Maybe you hit your first warm-up set on the bar, just literally get the movement. I would aim for about 8 to 10 reps of a very, very light weight, 20-30% of your 1 rep max, and then from there you build up gradually. So guys, that's a little tutorial video on how to warm up for a deadlift, which is some of the protocols we use here at Peak Performance Academy. If you have any questions on deadlift and you would like to maybe see about a warm-up, what do you do when you actually go to the bar, how many reps should you do up to your working sets, please just leave a message underneath this video, and I will address that in the following videos. Thanks guys for listening, hope that helps.